with steady hands. You are a traveler, walking a long road, one step at a time. The sun may shine or hide, but you keep walking. That is strength. That is freedom. Every time you act without waiting to feel ready, you grow. You teach your body that it can move without permission. You teach your mind that it can focus without mood. And you teach your heart that it can stay faithful to your vision even when the day feels heavy. In time, people will wonder how you do it, how you keep going, how you stay steady. But you will know the truth. You simply stopped letting your mood decide your future. You chose discipline. You chose action. You chose yourself. And that choice made again and again will shape a life that mood alone could never build. Protect your mental space. Your mind is a garden. What you allow to grow in it will shape the way you see the world, the way you feel, and the way you live. If you fill your garden with weeds, it will become overgrown, messy, and full of confusion. But if you plant good seeds and protect your space, it can become a place of peace, strength, and clear thinking. Most people do not guard their mind. They allow anything and everything to enter. They listen to every voice around them, even the ones that speak fear, doubt, and anger. They accept other people's worries as their own. They hold on to every hurtful word they hear. Over time, their mind becomes full of noise, and they wonder why they feel tired, anxious, or lost. You do not have to live this way. You can choose what to let into your mind. You can decide which thoughts to feed and which ones to release. You have the right to protect your mental space like you would protect your home. You wouldn't leave your door open for anyone to walk in, so why leave your mind open for any thought to stay? Protecting your mental space means being careful with what you listen to, who you spend time with, and what you focus on. Some people speak life into you, others speak fear, some people encourage, others complain. Some bring peace, others bring drama. You must learn to notice the difference and protect your peace like it matters, because it does. You do not need to take part in every conversation. You do not need to carry other people's problems on your back. You can care, but you do not have to carry. You can listen, but you do not have to agree. You can be kind without letting others pull you into their chaos. This also means giving yourself time to think, to be still, and to breathe. When your mind is full of noise, you cannot hear your own wisdom. You cannot feel peace when your thoughts are running in every direction. That is why you must make space to be quiet, to think clearly, and to return to yourself. Some people will not understand your need for peace. They will say you have changed. They will wonder why you no longer want to speak about the same things or spend time in the same way. Let them wonder. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to protect what helps you grow. Peace is not a prize you win, it is a choice you make. You do not need to be rude or cold. You simply need to be wise. Smile and walk away from noise. Speak less when others argue. Step back when the energy around you feels heavy. Trust that it is okay to guard your space. You are not being distant, you are being strong. The clearer your mind becomes, the better your decisions will be. The more you protect your space, the more energy you'll have. The less noise you allow in, the more peace you will feel. This is not about ignoring the world. It is about keeping your inner world in order. When your mind is clean and calm, you see life differently. You notice beauty again. You think better. You love deeper. You move wiser. You carry a lightness that others feel. And most of all, you become harder to shake because you are no longer full of weeds. You are rooted in peace. This is your mind. This is your space. Guard it with care. Respond, never react. There is a big difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is quick. It happens in the heat of the moment. It comes from emotion. Responding is slow. It happens after thought. It comes from understanding. Learning to respond instead of react is one of the most powerful habits you can build. When something unexpected happens, most people react. Someone says something rude and they get angry. Something goes wrong and they panic. A small problem appears and they make it worse by reacting without thinking. These reactions feel natural, but they often lead to regret. Reacting gives control to the outside world. It means other people, events, or words decide how you feel and what you do. But when you respond, you take back control. You pause, you breathe, you think. You ask yourself, what is the best thing to do now? That short pause can change everything. Staying calm in difficult moments is not easy. But every time you practice responding instead of reacting, you grow stronger. You become more peaceful. You avoid fights that don't need to happen. You save your energy for what truly matters. People may try to upset you. Life may surprise you with something hard, But you don't have to give in to every emotion that rises. You don't have to match every loud voice with another loud voice. You don't have to answer anger with anger. Sometimes silence is a response. Sometimes walking away is a response. Sometimes waiting before speaking is the wisest thing you can do. When you respond with calm and wisdom, people notice. They respect you more. You earn trust. You show strength, not by how loud you can be, but by how steady you stay. This kind of strength does not shake easily. It does not fall apart when things get hard. It stands tall. It's not about hiding your feelings. It's about leading them. You can feel upset, but still choose a kind word. You can feel afraid, but still make a wise choice. You can feel pressure, but still stay calm. That is what it means to respond, to act with purpose, not with panic. If you often find yourself reacting too quickly, start practicing the pause. When something triggers you, stop and take a breath. Count to 5, give your thoughts a moment to settle. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace, or will this matter tomorrow? That small space between what happens and what you do is where your power lives. Over time, this becomes natural. Your body learns to stay calm. Your mind learns to stay clear. You become known as someone who does not break under pressure. You become someone who thinks before they speak and acts with wisdom. In every situation, you have a choice. You can react and add more fire to the moment, or you can respond and bring calm to it. One makes things worse, the other brings peace. You do not need to be quick to be strong. You do not need to be loud to be right. You do not need to fight every battle. Choose the higher road. Respond with calm. Respond with thought. Respond with strength. This is how you build a life of peace. This is how you gain respect. This is how you stay in control, no matter what the world throws at you. Respond. Never react. Make peace your default. Most people are searching for peace. They think they will find it when life becomes easier, when problems disappear, or when everything around them is quiet. But real peace does not come from outside. It begins inside. It is not something you wait for. It is something you choose and protect every day. Peace is not a prize you win at the end of a long journey. It is a way of walking the journey. You do not have to wait until life is perfect to be calm. You do not have to wait until everyone agrees with you to be at peace. You can choose peace even in the middle of trouble. Some people carry stress like a heavy bag. They worry about things they cannot control. They argue over small matters. They get upset by every little problem. Their minds are busy, and their hearts are restless. They believe peace will come later, after everything is fixed. But something is always waiting to go wrong, and they never feel truly calm. You must learn to make peace your default, not your reward. This means you choose peace first, no matter what is happening. You wake up and decide, today, I will be calm. You go into your day with a quiet spirit. Even when something upsets you, you return to peace quickly. This is not easy, especially when others around you are loud, angry, or anxious. But your peace is your responsibility. No one can give it to you, and no one can take it away unless you allow it. When someone tries to pull you into an argument, you can choose to walk away. When something goes wrong, you can choose to stay steady. When you feel rushed or pressured, you can slow down and breathe. Making peace your default means you are no longer ruled by the outside world. You are no longer a slave to noise, chaos, or fear. You become like still water, deep and clear. You are able to think clearly, speak kindly, and act wisely. This kind of peace is strong. It is not weak or soft. It takes great strength to stay calm when everything around you is shaking. It takes courage to choose peace when anger feels easier. It takes wisdom to know that not every fight is worth your time, and not every noise deserves your attention. You can build this peace by practicing silence, by thinking before you speak, and by letting go of things you cannot change. You can protect it by surrounding yourself with people who bring calm, not confusion. You can feed it by resting your mind, caring for your body, and speaking gently to yourself. There will still be storms. There will still be hard days. But when peace is your default, those storms will not shake you the way they used to. You will still stand tall. You will still move forward. You will still find joy, even in simple things. Over time, you will notice something. People will start to feel better around you. They will feel safer. They will want to follow your lead. Not because you are louder, but because your peace speaks louder than noise ever could. This is the gift of peace. It changes not just your life, but the lives of those around you. So do not wait for peace. Do not search for it in far places. Build it, carry it, live it. Let peace become your home, your habit, your default. Detach from outcomes. Many people live with stress and fear because they are too attached to results. They do something and expect a certain reward. They speak and expect a certain reply. They work and expect a certain success. When things go the way they planned, they are happy. But when things don't, they feel angry, sad, or lost. Their peace rises and falls with the outcome. But life does not always give you what you expect. Sometimes, even when you try your best, things go wrong. Sometimes people don't respond the way you hope. Sometimes your plans fall apart. If your peace depends on everything going right, you will never feel calm for long. To be truly free, you must learn to let go of your tight grip on results. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop tying your happiness to a certain end. You still do your best. You still give your full effort. But you understand that the result is not always in your hands. Letting go of outcomes is not easy. Most people want control. They want to know what will happen. They want life to follow their plan. But real growth happens when you learn to trust the process, even when the path is uncertain. Think of a farmer. The farmer plants seeds, waters them, and takes care of the land. But the farmer cannot control the rain, the sun, or the wind. The harvest may be good or bad, but the farmer keeps working, not because of a guarantee, but because of commitment. In the same way, you must plant your actions with care, but release the need to control what grows. This is where peace begins. When you focus on effort, not outcome, you free yourself. You become calm, you become stronger, you become wiser. Letting go of results also protects your heart. It stops you from feeling like a failure when things don't go as planned. It stops you from chasing people, jobs, or rewards that are not meant for you. It helps you stay steady, even when life surprises you. You can say, "I will give my best, but I will not force the result." This mindset brings power. It keeps you from feeling defeated. It keeps you from blaming yourself for things you could not control. It reminds you that doing the right thing is enough, even if others don't see it. When you are not attached to outcomes, you live with more joy. You enjoy the journey. You find meaning in the small steps. You stop waiting for the final moment to feel proud or happy. You feel it along the way. This doesn't mean you stop setting goals. You still dream. You still plan. But you hold your dreams with open hands. You trust that what is meant for you will come in the right way, at the right time. And if it doesn't, you trust that something better is waiting. This is peace. This is strength. This is freedom. Do your best. Be honest. Be kind. Work hard. And then let go. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear of failure. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. You are not here to control everything. You are here to grow, to serve, to become your best self. That happens not by holding tight, but by knowing when to release. Detach from outcomes, and you will find a calm that nothing can shake. Build unshakable identity. There is something inside every person that decides how they act, how they speak, and how they see themselves. That something is called identity. It is the story you tell yourself about who you are. And that story is more powerful than anything around you. Most people build their identity from the outside. They let the world shape how they see themselves. When people praise them, they feel good. When people ignore them, they feel small. When they win, they feel proud. When they fail, they feel like they are not enough. This kind of identity is easy to break because it depends on things that can change. To live a strong life, you must build your identity from the inside. You must decide who you are before the world tries to tell you. You must know your values, your goals, your purpose, and you must remind yourself of them every day. An unshakable identity does not rise and fall with people's opinions. It does not depend on the weather, the news, or what others think. It stays strong even when things go wrong. It keeps you steady when everything around you feels unsure. This does not mean you think you are better than others. It means you know yourself well enough to not be shaken by every storm. You are not your job. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not someone else's idea of who you should be. You are who you decide to become. When your identity is clear, your choices become easier. You say no to things that do not match who you are. You say yes to things that help you grow. You stop trying to prove yourself. You stop chasing approval. You start walking with purpose. There will be times when people doubt you. There will be moments when things fall apart. But when your identity is strong, you will not fall apart with them. You will stand tall. You will keep moving forward. You will keep your peace. To build this kind of identity, you must spend time with yourself. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Then start acting like that person every day. Not just when it feels easy, but especially when it feels hard. That is how strength is built. Keep your word, even when no one is watching. Do what is right, even when no one agrees. Be kind, even when others are not. These small choices shape your identity. They build your character, and your character becomes the foundation for everything else. You do not need to be loud to be strong. You do not need to be seen to have worth. You just need to be true to yourself, over and over again. That truth will carry you through anything. With a strong identity, you no longer need to chase peace, success, or love. You carry it with you. You no longer fear failure because it does not define you. You no longer fear rejection because you do not reject yourself. This is the person who becomes unshakable, not because life is easy, but because they have built something inside that cannot be taken away. Build that. Build the kind of strength that no one sees at first, but everyone feels in your presence. Let your actions speak. Let your heart lead. Let your identity be your anchor in every storm. When you know who you are, the world cannot shake you. That is true power. That is true peace. And that is where your best life begins.